SB19's Simula't Wakas was my first ever concert. I didn't know what to expect at first, but it set the bar really high for me. Just the pre-concert crowd singing a unified chorus built anticipation. And when they appeared, opening strong with what? I instantly felt the Filipinos in the crowd swell with pride. And that's when it really hit me. That song, What? It really is so clever. It's not just a question, it's watawat, the flag. In that one opening moment, it felt like SB19 planted that flag for all of us, declaring that this, right here, was a cultural movement. They have said it themselves in interviews. Their mission is to put P-pop on the global map while strengthening our music industry back home. And watching them command that stage, you could see it happening. They weren't just performing, they were building something. I felt this sense of Kapwa, this shared inner self, while I was in that crowd. And in that stadium, right there, it was palpable. It's probably the same kind of pride my parents' generation felt watching Manny Pacquiao, but this was for us. This was the arts. And in many ways, I think that makes it even more relatable and far-reaching. You can't fake that kind of connection. Their authenticity, it comes from a place of genuine understanding. With members who have OFW families, one who was an OFW himself, their narrative isn't just a story they tell, it's lived. You see the hard work, the passion, the resilience of so many Filipinos reflected right back at you in their art. And my goodness, the concert itself was a journey. It was a masterclass in emotion. The energy was relentless, from the pure party vibes of songs like Bazinga and Crimzone, straight into this deeply emotional, almost heartbreaking sequence of Niebe, Time, Quit, and Mapa, one after the other. It was cathartic. I saw people around me, and I'll admit, myself included, just wiping away tears. And then, just as you're feeling all of that, they lift you right back up with Shooting for the Stars and Freedom. The entire experience, all the way to the final song, Damn, it was so thoughtfully crafted. You could feel the intention in every note. But as our night of music ended, a different storm was brewing back home, a social one. Years of anger over infrastructure neglect and corruption had reached a boiling point. The devastating floods felt like a brutal, timely reminder, a cherry on top of the problems the nation was already drowning in. And in the middle of it all, as people demanded accountability for the billions lost, SB19's Damn was used on social media to highlight these floods. Fitting too, since the song's message is about facing struggles head-on, just as the Filipino masses were readying themselves to rally against the unending corruption. It's modern-day Bayanihan, that spirit of communal action, finding its voice. And the boys, even while on tour in Japan, they performed Kapangyarihan, using their platform to look homeward and amplify the call for change. In a world that can feel so divided, SB19's artistry is a beacon. They aren't distant celebrities. They carry this authentic, hardworking humility that feels so deeply Filipino. It's a heavy load to carry, but they do it with such finesse because it's rooted in that very same Kapwa. It's that sense of shared identity that can transform a concert in Hong Kong into a moment of unity, and a song into a national cry for accountability. Is it any wonder they've been named NCCA Youth Ambassadors? They're not just appointed, they live that shared inner self, showing a nation what it can achieve. So, what began for me as a night of music became a lesson in connection. A realization that these 5 artists are carrying the pride, the pain, and the hope of an entire nation on the world stage. I'm truly in awe. They've interlaced the spirit of Kapwa into every song, creating a global beat that finally, for so many of us in the diaspora, feels like home. And for that, I will continue to stand.